Hi guys, hello again. It's Stephen Black, Clairvoyant. If it's the first time you've watched this, I'm just re-editing a video that I did of a reading I did earlier this year in a show up in Tannickside Old in Glasgow for a lovely lady called June who'd only just lost her husband 13 weeks prior to this show. And I brought her husband through. I mean, she was really nervous, bless her. But the evidence and the validation that she got to let her know that her husband was there and he will always be around her was just absolutely crazy. But have a little watch of this. How you June?
Hi.
How are you?
Nervous.
Why? Was this your partner?
Yes.
Like your husband?
Yes.
So, as I'm connecting in with her there, and I'm feeling her husband's energy coming forward, I start seeing do you know them wooden boats? Like they were like rowing boats but bigger. The life used to be lifeboats years ago. I didn't know if it was that boat because we never confirmed or not at the time, but I had that feeling, visions of that type of boat. But I could see this boat as if it never seen water again, and there was some joke behind it. But that, I mean, when you're getting that sort of idea of well, why am I getting shown boats for? You didn't know, but obviously you was bringing it through significantly as validation for her. So at this point, I just mentioned boats to her, and straight away she knows exactly what I'm talking about. Watch this. Why is he showing us boats?
You like boats? I have one in the garden.
Oh, right, you've got one. No, because he's mentioning a boat. Did he never finish it off, So at this point, June, embarrassingly sees, because I know the audio is not the best, that he'd put plants, right? He'd basically filled the boat that was in the garden with soil, right? And then put bedding plants and different things in and sort of made it a good garden feature with bits of ornaments in and stuff like that. So me mentioning that boat to her and that I'd never seen water again, she knew exactly what I was talking about. As obviously she says next about them basically filling it up with soil and making it a garden feature, which is a good idea, I suppose. But have a watch of this.
We ended up putting plants in it.
So you didn't use it? The next bit, he shows us that she used to always dress him, because he's probably a bit like me. He was very begrudging to buying new clothes for himself. He would spoil and treat anyone else who he loved, but he wouldn't do it for himself. So she had to go out and buy him stuff, right, and force him to wear things when they were going to special occasions. And that was another big significant thing that that he wanted to let her know, as a thank you, I suppose, for looking after him and just being there for him. But have a watch of this bit. His clothes, you would have to throw them out and buy new ones because he just wouldn't. He wouldn't change his clothes. He could have had a pair of jeans since he was 15, and if he could still get in them, he'd wear them. He'd put that new t-shirt on, man, when we're going to this party, with a collar or something. You go, no, I'm wearing this, and it wouldn't fit him because he just set in his ways. That's the way he was.
Yep.
I feel like he's two soul partners, that's what I feel like he's telling us,
That's right.
Right, then, you get shown numbers, right? Now, you never ever know what they mean. There could be a door number, there could be the 1st of May, there could be the 5th of January, but I got 15, constantly, 15, 15, 15, say 15, right? Have a guess what the 15th meant to her, right? Have a look at this bit. Oh, the number 15 is significant, mind.
That's his birthday.
The 15th. Because he keeps saying 15, 15, 15, say 15. He mentioned, right, he showed us 3 watches. And he told us he never wore them, right? But somebody had them. And it wasn't June, but somebody, right? I mean, I felt it was a child of his, but I wasn't sure. But I felt as if somebody had them watches and they were very significant. It was something that they really wanted. But the specifics of this was, there was 3 watches. He never ever really wore them, but the person had them and they were special to them. And, well, watch this bit. Who's got his watches now that he never wore anyway?
My daughter.
Is it 3?
Yes.
3 watches. I wear a wedding ring, right? I personally wear one. I seen a ring very similar to that, actually. It was gold, but it was, the same as that, but gold. And I seen it, right, in some white drawers down the side of our bed, in my mind. Bearing in mind, I've just drove for 3.5 hours up to Tannockside Old, right, which is in Glasgow, just on the outskirts, right? I drove all the way up there non-stop. I've unpacked all my equipment. I've set everything up for the show. I've got a 3x3 projector screen, projector. I put everything up. The show starts, and bang, I drew him. You'll see later on in the video. I drew her husband, and then should show the photo, and it was him. And that's why I went over to him. So that's how this reading started. That's how I start with shows. Never knew her from Adam. I don't know who Adam is, but I never knew her from Adam. But so I'm instantly in there straight away. I'm getting connections. I'm telling her all this information about her husband. He'd only passed, I say, I think it was 13 or 15 weeks ago. I can't remember. But he'd only not long passed. And he's given us all this evidence and validation, right? And I'm mentioning to her about this ring, and I'm seeing it at the left side of her bed, and I'm seeing it in a white set of drawers, right? But as I say, this is exactly what she confirms, right? So watch this bit.
You wouldn't wear a ring.
That's right.
You would not wear a ring.
No.
But you've got a ring for it, but you wouldn't wear it. Is that in your drawer on the side of your bed?
Yes.
Why is everyone shocked? I'm like, there's a ring. Is the drawers white?
Yes.
White drawers on the side of, not what you wear, I mean like on the side of your bed.
People always say to us as well, they'll say, hey, Steve, honestly, if you didn't make it as a clairvoyant, I don't know why I'm making it too, but you could always be a comedian. But I like to have a laugh in me shows because I think it helps people to relax. And as far as that, and as long as I remember, even being as young as I was at school, humour was my coping mechanism. I used to act daft because obviously I've suffered with dyslexia. Not learning to read and write properly didn't really help till the later part of my school life. But that's where my humour comes from, I think. When I get nervous, I like to have little bits of jokes. I've just got to remember to curb it because, when you're reading somebody, it's a serious thing, isn't it? And, they want as much connection as they possibly can. But as you can, see, she becomes a lot more relaxed, when I start joking on with her and having a laugh. But, like I say, the validation's just crazy. But the main thing, what I feel he was saying as well was, he wants to stop her, the best way he can from getting upset all the time. Because when you've lost your loved ones and you're asking if they're all right, but you're really upset all the time, they're around you. They're going to feel this pain that you're going through. Ask yourself when you're getting upset next about somebody you've lost. If the shoe was on the other foot and you were up there and you're seeing them upset, and I know it's hard, I do know it's hard, but this is what I try to preach all the time. Our loved ones is all right as long as we are. I would hate to see any of my loved ones upset when the day comes for me. It's you've got to think of it that way, and that's exactly what he was trying to say here. But as again, watch.
Stop going through the albums. He hates seeing you crying. You keep going through the photo albums and bawling your eyes out when you're by yourself. He's saying have you got a dog as well?
Yes.
Why is it? Because he's saying the dog always looks up at the wall and tilts its head. Right? Because it's him.
That's right.
I know. He's telling us. He's saying the dog sees him,
Good.
Now, I don't know, and I'm never going to pretend I know, right, what I'm talking about. And I think people are under this impression that clairvoyants are not meant to have any emotions when they read people and not be shocked themselves. Well, I've got a surprise for you if you think like that. Believers, I got shocked at this next bit, what I'm about to say to her. Right? I could have said any location, anywhere in the world, yeah? And I mention Spain, and I mention Medina, which is in Spain. I didn't mention Spain, sorry. I think I mentioned Medina, but you'll have to watch it. And then she turns and says that was the first holiday that they had together years ago. So he's came through and let me know that the first holiday they had and the memories surrounding it was in Medina. I read people all the time and I've got loads of shows. I'm back up Tannockside soon in a couple of months' time, which I'm looking forward to because they're lovely people. But for me to be able to see that, right, to her, and of all the places anywhere in the world, I mention where they'd first went on holiday, well, he'd told me to tell them that. That'll have been a very special moment for her, I hope. You know, and I mean, that evidence that I've given her there, you know, you cannot deny it. You know, you can be the biggest skeptic in the world. How do you deny that? You know what I mean? I know there'll be somebody out there saying, oh, she was planted in the audience or something, like, you know, because you get that, but I do this all the time. And I'm not trying to say this, like, as in to, like, brag about me. I'm trying to say, like, forget me, irrelevant, not bothered. There is life after death. But anyway, watch this next bit.
Did you like your holidays like when you were younger?
Sorry?
Holidays, like your holidays when you were younger? I keep wanting to see Bella Medina. Just call her Steve, not call, because I get embarrassed.
That was the first holiday together.
Stick the mic next to your mouth.
That was the first holiday together.
Bella Medina.
Yeah.
You went along some marina. There's
That's
like, well, there's arches or something, and you used to go for meals there, and
That's right.
you know, have a bit neck on and that. You know what I mean? No, because he's taken us to Bella Medina. He's taken us there, and he's bringing us in memories. I'm getting chills down my neck at the minute as I'm talking here. He's coming into me energy very like strong, but he's saying that like, like, even though he knows it was more or less his own fault for not looking after his cellar. I don't know if he smoked like a chimney, but he's saying it's my own fault. He's saying, but I wouldn't change like the time that he had with you for the world. And will you stop saying to him that you would rather be there with him? Because he doesn't want you up there. He wants you down here with the family. Because if there was a choice between him and you dying first, he says to you he would rather he went.
He did, he always said that.
I will say it again, and he doesn't change it. He's already where he is. He wants you to live your life, right? Right, so just get a photo of the screen, whoever's doing it. And I'm going to leave his love with you. Okay, June? Is that okay? Thank you.
So that was June from Scotland, whose husband had just passed a few weeks prior. I think it was 13 weeks prior to the show. And I've told her, as you have just seen, about the ring that she keeps in the side of the bed, about the boat in her garden, about the first holiday. Well, I told her Bella Medina, she told us about the first holiday, let's be honest. And I drew him as well, right, as you've just seen there, I drew him. And I mean, if that isn't validation that your loved ones are still around you, I don't know what else I can possibly do. I mean, to tell her their birthday as well, you know what I mean? But this next bit, Blake interviews her, and she says in her own words exactly what she got from that reading. So you just have a listen to this in your own words. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave some comments. Make sure you're following us. If you've liked it, you know, just leave a comment just so I know that that these videos are not getting wasted, that I am making them for people and they are enjoying watching them. And I'll catch you on the next one. So thank you.
June, I'm Blake, and you're at the Mediumship show tonight. You're in just outside of Glasgow, aren't we?
Tannockside.
You were one of the early messages that came through tonight. Tell us a little bit about it.
About me? My husband died 13 weeks ago tomorrow. He went quick. He told me when he got diagnosed with cancer as well, and he didn't want me to be in the house, and my daughter phoned me to say he wasn't well, and I came home at 25 to 11 and he passed at 25 to 12, so he passed at 5 to 12, and he asked me to go out the room before he passed.
Just listening to what Stephen was giving evidence and validation, he was here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, definitely. The bit about the 15th was his birthday. The bit about Ben and Medina, that was our first holiday together. The bit about the boat, he bought a boat and put it in the garden, and he ended up putting soil and all wee knickknacks, things and everything in it. We were married for 38 years, been together for 43 years. Evan, right to a T was spot on. The way he dressed, that was always the way he dressed. He wouldn't go out and buy new clothes or anything like that.
Stephen mentioned that you and him were soulmates.
Oh, definitely, yep, definitely.
That was quite emotional, and the whole room hugged you. Everybody give you a hug. Listen to that. How do you feel at the moment? Are you at peace? Have you got closure knowing he's been here tonight?
I feel comfort, a lot of comfort, definitely closure, definitely. Aye. I feel amazing, honestly.
I'm so pleased. You've had the connection tonight, and it was just wonderful seeing you getting peace, because he was definitely here tonight. June, thank you so much for speaking to us. Appreciate it. Thank you. Take care. Bye.